I'm back here with my 16-foot aluminum John boat, the nicest boat in the entire state of Maryland. It's certainly the pinnacle of luxury and performance. Yeah, everybody wants to give me a hard time about this boat having holes in it. See all this water and ice that's in the bottom? If it had holes in it, it wouldn't be holding water. If you remember last time, I put the 6 horsepower Yamaha motor on the back of the John boat just to test it, and the boat did pretty well despite actively sinking. The problem is that 6 horsepower motor was pretty slow, and it's also not mine, and I'm not willing to spend that much money on a brand new motor. For the same money as a new 6, I found the coolest motor. I'm really hoping it works, although I have some concerns. This would be no Luke video unless I had to do some sort of major-ish work to modify my boat to hold this motor. The transom on this little boat needs to be fixed anyway. It's not really holding up real well, and it's been cut down by the previous owner. I'm gonna have to replace this board. You know, if you see a grinder come out, the things are going well. Oh, there's rivets in it. I don't understand. It looks like it's falling apart. Now I can't get it apart. What the heck is it stuck on? An imaginary rivet? Dang it. There is little rivets in there. How are you supposed to get a new transom in if there's rivets in there? How did they replace it before? So many questions. They must have undone these. Pulled the supports out. That's how they did it. Come up with a solution. Involves just getting rid of most of this and a grinder. Oh yeah. I hope this works, because this is sort of the point of no return. Do you ever have one of those plans that seems like such a great idea, and then when it comes to actually doing it, you're like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong that I didn't really consider too strongly. Or maybe you considered them, but never really thought you'd actually get to that point. Now that I have a little more time to think about what I've done, the fact that I have to beef up the transom and I'm still on the fence whether or not this is gonna work, just makes this all the more interesting. I can genuinely say, I have no idea what's going to happen. Moment of truth. Oh yeah. Pretty premium condition, really. Yeah, let's see. The awesome thing about working at a marina, there's always piles of all the transoms you could ever want. So the previous owner replaced the transom with just a deck board off of a deck. And I don't know what made them think that that was gonna hold, but it did. So I'm just gonna replace it with another deck board. It's like it was meant to be, pre-cut. So we have a new deck board for the transom, angle iron with a little notch out of it. That's gonna go here. This little thin piece, which is just kind of filling a void, like what this boat is doing for me. A whole flat aluminum, sandwich it all together with a bunch of bolts. The motor I have is about 5 times heavier than the 6 horsepower. Whoa. I think it's gonna work just fine. Well, classic project that started as a half-an-hour project and turned into an all-day project. It just kept getting worse the deeper I got into it. Buddy, look at this thing. She is nice. Almost upside down in the cost of the boat with all the stainless nylock nuts and hardware. Stainless and aluminum being next to each other, kind of creating a battery. Probably isn't helping the electrolysis problem, but it's got a new transom, and I think it's beefy enough to hold the motor that I have for this. So we are getting ready to hang the motor on my John boat. None of us can even pick it up. We have to get the crane truck over here so that we can attach it to the actual boat. These are all things that should be major red flags to anybody, but to me, just part of the adventure. That is mint. I'm excited to see that.
Is this boat tied down in the front?
We'll find out. All right. Yeah, I was extra sure to use really high quality things to fix this.
Well, the aluminum looks good.
Thank you.
But I could imagine if that goes underwater, there'd be a little bit of leakage.
How did we get involved in this afternoon?
Good, not a drop. That's perfect. She is on there and ready to go. Maybe a little big for the boat. A test, float it, and get it running tomorrow, hopefully, in theory. Unfortunately, I do not have a diesel tank for this motor. I'm pretty sure I can make one. Just so weird. It's like the closer I get to actually using this diesel motor, I can feel my entire identity changing. Just diesel. I think if you just use each finger of this glove here for your fuel lines, it's gonna make a nice seal. Oh, this is mint here. Oh yeah. We have the diesel hooked up, which is my favorite part by far. Love the way it smells. Fuel line's hooked up. The motor's bolted on. The boat is still leaking. We're ready for our first official test splash. All right, back it up. You're good. You're good. You're good. Pretty much nailed it. What the heck is this? Don't you Copenhagen. J-No Power Stroke. This is the Yanmar 27 horsepower D27 diesel powered outboard. Well, I have never seen one before, but I thought a diesel. My entire identity can become owning a diesel. Is she gonna fire? Holy crap, it actually fired. Ah, it just sounds like a tractor. It rolls coal. That is insane, it idles. Oh God. You know what it doesn't do is shut off. I guess it's dieseling. Dang, she got that cam lope, son. That stock tune, baby. I will say, it's running really good, but that's a little strange. I thought because this motor weighs almost 300 pounds that boat would be doing a wheelie, looking like a 12 o'clock boy. All right, here we go. Test number 1, the diesel outboard on my childhood boat. I honestly didn't think that we were gonna make it this far. I guess we'll just go do diesel things. We're diesel owners now, right? Oh, I can feel the power. It's tingling my loins. It might just be the Copenhagen. Oh, she's torquey, baby. Rip this joker right in half. Oh, she's mint. I'm glad this worked out because I already spent all this money on the sweatshirt. I do actually have all my safety equipment here, and the boat is actually legal. If I break down or get stopped by the cops, I'm gonna look so ridiculous. I'm gonna have to knock on some poor old lady's door wearing this sweatshirt and ask for a ride back to the marina. I have done that before. I picked a nice warm December day to do this as well. And the transom appears to be holding up nicely so far. What is my hand doing? Sounds like a jar full of quarters, just like my 7.3. All right, we're gonna open her up. Oh my God. She's spicy, boy. She's got that spicy tune on her. We're gonna have to reset. Have to strap the old tripod down. All right, take 2. Couldn't handle the diesel power. Not that I'm surprised. Ooh, she is torquey, I will say that. Maybe rethinking some of my hardware choice. How to roll with it now. It freaking flies. It's so sketchy. That's terrifying. This thing is insane.
Did it stall?
Yeah. I'm gonna say that was a big success. Ran really well for the most part. Wanna drop chains? I got a diesel now. I'll tell you backwards. Don't want none of this diesel. I'm telling you. Whoa. I can't even bear a handle. I know you can. I think the old D27, she did all right. Oh my gosh. Woo. Ain't nothing I'm not used to. Big motors, big trucks, big women. Ain't nothing for a little guy like me, yeah? Yeah, it looks pretty good on the trailer. I think we nailed it. That's soot, baby. Rolling coal. Not sure I'll keep it on the boat for, too long, just because this motor might rip this boat into 2 pieces. We may have to go back to the drawing board. It was really nice, finding myself as a diesel guy. Funniest part is about this whole bit is I had almost all the clothes already. I am a diesel guy. 50% of the trucks I own are diesel. 75% of the boats that I own that run are diesel. My transom job, it held up. Although I'd probably beef these bolts up because it did look like it might, fall off the back. That really was wild. Can't believe the thing even started, much less ran that well. It did seem like it got a little bit hot, and not sure I want to push it. A 30 horsepower motor would be about the perfect size motor for this boat, but this 27 horsepower diesel is like twice the size of an average 30 horsepower gas motor. Weighs almost 300 pounds. None of y'all could handle the smoke anyway. You wanna drop chains?